Hello, you MSers out there. You mother MSers, father MSers, kid MSers, teen MSers, old MSers, young MSers. All of us MSers out there. This is the Monday My Life with MS podcast. It's the one podcast I do every week that talks about multiple sclerosis. So if you're looking for the fun items, the comic book stuff, the reviews, the previews, the unboxings, the entertainment stuff, all that, then check out all my other videos. Uh, but I do this one of these a week. I try and do just to go over multiple sclerosis stuff with other MSers and go through things that I am dealing with. Also with my MS. Uh, don't use any of my suggestions or opinions to start doing something without talking to your medical staff. Always talk to your medical staff first before you try something new. If there's something that you hear about that interests you, talk to your medical staff. Let them know, your PCP, your neurologist, whoever you have. Specialty doctors that would be related to anything that you're interested in. But I basically go through stuff that I get in emails, mail, wherever, come across online, or whatever I have. I have files full of stuff just piled up that I never fully read or went through, so it's easier just to do it right here on the show. I can get my opinions out, and I don't have to write a bunch of stuff down. Do it that way. We're being joined by Lemmy Killmeister today. It's very cold out. I don't have the heat turned on. I had the wife shut it off this morning when she left for work, and it is already in the 50s. So we'll have to turn it on pretty soon, but trying to save as much money as possible. There's not much I can do other than things like that. Just bundle up and freeze your buttocks off. But because buttocks. And then this time of year when it's cold like this, the cat curls up a lot. Every time you sit down, he will jump on you and curl up on you and want to go to sleep and hates when you're doing stuff if you're sitting there holding him. He's a little bit too hot, so that's perfect. If I remember to take another drink during the show, then it should be perfect. Already on the second cup today. I'm finishing that damn pot off. I don't care. It's just it's one of those days. Oh, you're gonna give the people this stink eye. Look at that stink eye. Quit it. Yeah, lay down and go to sleep. I can talk. It doesn't hurt to have noise and be petted all the time. It's such a rough life. Uh, why you're why they have such a short life is beyond me, but yeah, they have it pretty good in most homes. My sister just my sister. My wife just got back from spending a few weeks with her family and staying in with her sister and her nieces and stuff, brother-in-law, and they have, I think it's like 5, 6 cats, 2, 3 dogs. She was surrounded by the critters this last few weeks, and of course, she loves animals more than humans, so she was very happy in that respect with all the critters. I'm sure a lot of the cats were probably really disappointed when she left. Spoils animals. But other than that, I don't know if I mentioned, I think I said, talked since my eye exam came out. I got cataracts I got to go in for surgery on. I got an email just Friday, I think it was, to go into my chart, which I love my chart if you're able to get it to keep track of your medical stuff. It does it really nicely. It's you get results of your test before the doctors even get them and talk to you about them. Uh, all your appointments and stuff, you don't have to get no appointment cards, nothing. My chart will send you an email when it gets close to things, and then email before and all that stuff. They're really good about that. I wish I could remember the other one that I also connect with. I can't think of it, but they get all my medical stuff, so now I don't have to go drive an hour and pick up my copies of my CT scans, my MRIs, X-rays, and all that stuff. It automatically goes right into the files on this. It's a patient platform that does all that, but I don't want to just guess on it because I have so many different patient platforms I use. But that one contacted me. I filled out the forms, and now I don't do nothing. I go on their website and check out all my scans without having to get the physical copies by driving up to the hospital that I had the stuff done at. I'm sorry, I keep picking at my eyes, but the hard crusties, they're just, I don't know, it's past probably 2, 3 months. I forgot to do it today. My eye lady said to take a warm washcloth every morning when I get up and put it on my eyes with the puffiness and get the eyes. But like past couple months since I started having tons of extra eye issues, every time when I'm asleep, like my eyes crust over. I don't have no allergy that I know of that causing it. I did have it because of cats when I went with my buddy down to Texas. And his mom, we had to go stay with for a bit to help her out with some stuff, and she had like, I don't know. She also had like 5 cats, 3 dogs, but she also had a garage full of freaking birds. And first morning I woke up from there, my eyes were so caked shut that I couldn't open them. I had to peel strips of crustiness off. It's because all the cat spray in the house and shit. It's like I'm not allergic to cats, but when they spray around the house for some reason, it really affects me. Yeah, but yeah, cataracts is a thing that I gotta deal with. But I'm gonna probably put it off till late winter, early spring, just because. I mean, once you get to surgery, it's gonna start going downhill after that again, and then you're gonna need another surgery in the future, anyways. So as long as I can make it through until then, I am having days where it's hard to visualize things and read things deep. So if it does enhance any, then I'll go in. But I just have a feeling that this eye isn't as bad as this eye, so I have a feeling this one's gonna have a cataract getting bigger also over the next 6 months or so. So why not wait and just go in for all the surgery at one time instead of doing one eye 1 year and then the other eye the next year? It's like, I remember when I took mom in for hers, we did both her eyes. She had to do one and then come back and do the other, but we got it all done within a few weeks. And she could see a lot better after that. So I am looking forward to it. I want to make sure they take care of all this shit at once. I don't want to sit there and go 6 months, year later, and do it again. Which is the other thing that came through on Friday. I got an email to check out my chart, and when I was in my chart, I was going through things, and apparently it's been 5 years this last September that I had my colonoscopy, and they told me I should come in every 5 years to have the polyps rechecked. just to make sure nothing's growing or new stuff is forming. And yeah, I do want to talk to him because I'm really curious. I used to poop every morning, normal poop, the right banana shaped poop, uh, every morning, just like clockwork, either right before my cup of coffee or not long after I get my cup of coffee. And now I can go 2, 3 days. I got to work it out. And it's just not having normal ones ever since my colonoscopy. It's I don't remember back in that normal flow. So I don't know if something gets damaged from them running the camera up the butt or what's going on. But not really looking forward to doing that again. But I knew it had to be coming either this year or next year. So I'm gonna have to do that too. Full colonoscopy, 3 day or 5 day flush, all that, which should be fine because I'll just wrap that right around. Maybe I'll schedule it for early in the new year because we're so late in the season right now. I don't even know if I covered my deductible yet. So it's like, might as well just start fresh in the new year and then wipe out the deductible because I'm going to have to go in for a lot of shit. The other thing is November. They couldn't get me until November 19th. I don't think I mentioned. Well, I might have mentioned this because it happened on a Thursday and a Friday. Yeah, because Friday would have been Halloween, and that's when I spent the day in the hospital. I had to go to the emergency room because I contacted a nurse, explained that for the last 2 days my stomach has got a huge hard area that's painful, and then the thing that the knot at the top of my belly button. Apparently, like 80% of people have umbilical hernias from birth and all that. So that little knot at the top of my belly button used to be about jawbreaker size, and that day it was the size of my hand, flat on my stomach. And well, those few days, and yeah, it was painful to touch, painful to bump it against stuff when I was doing dishes and things, but it wasn't bad when I was laying down. It didn't bug me. When I sat or stand, you could feel pressure against it, and there's a little bit of pain, but eating pain or anything like that. Just weird to the sensitive to the touch type things and stuff like that. But yeah, I found out that my umbilical hernia must have got aggravated with all this stupid moving that I've been doing because my family kicking us out of the house. I knew it was going to cause some major damage one way or another. Thankfully, it didn't rip my heart open. The scar on my aorta. At least I don't think it did. I never know because I don't find out till we do MRIs, and then they tell me either the scab got bigger or it shrunk or it's open. When I have MRIs done checking it. We also haven't had one of those in a while. Just had a big MRI for my neurologist, but I don't think we did any heart uh, related areas because they focused on the spine and the brain, and then we did it with and without contrast. And it must have done a double type of contrast thing or something because it was almost a 2 hour freaking MRI, the longest one I ever had. And I just was not doing good in there, but thankfully made it through without tapping. Uh, so yeah, basically 3 big events coming up surgery wise. Uh, over the next probably 3 to 6 months. Not really happy about that. It's actually getting really cold in here. My body's starting to shiver. Giving off enough heat. Oh, did I laugh? Bumped your head. Yeah. You do. Oh, I know it's just so terrible. You could be laying on a huge, giant, comfy chair full of blankets. Instead, so I'm gonna move around. You're gonna get petted. So don't complain. Uh, but yeah, get this screen shrunk down because I have to do the side by side shrunken screen, or for some reason, if I'm on a regular screen while my camera's on, it shuts my camera off. I used to be able to sit there and do it, which was nicer because then I could actually read the pages without having to move stuff around. This person talks. Well, this one talks about what modifying therapy is best for us in different conditions. This person tried a bunch of different DMTs. And then after having a good cry or a few, they put on their researching hat. They're researching. If you're newly diagnosed, I suggest yes, getting your butt in there and look at disease modifying therapies. Research them all because you're going to have either injectable, where you can have someone else inject, or self injections. You got your uh, infusions, where you'll have to go to a infusion center or a hospital and spend a good part of your day. I'd show up when I was on Ocrevus. I'd get there when it was dark, early in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning. Hospital looked like no one was there other than a few workers cleaning stuff because all the rooms were dark. Everything was shut up. The store and everything, pharmacy and everything in the hospital was all shut up and dark, and just a few people wandering around. Get in there, and by the time I got done with my infusion, I'd be leaving after 6 o'clock at night. And again, the place is dark, nighttime shift. You don't have all the people running through like you do during the day, so they shut a lot of the stuff down, conserve some energy. And yeah, it was always dark and quiet when I came in and out. The fun thing about the infusions, one of my first Ocrevus infusions, I went. Of course, they start you with the Benadryl and all that stuff. Makes you super sleepy. You just want to pass out, fall asleep. And then by the time I'm done with my infusion, I'm freaking wired. Perfect. Uh, would sit there and be awake for 2 days without being able to go to sleep after every one of my infusions. I don't know why, but it just amped me up so much. And the one of the first ones I had at my hospital that I go to now, I just walked almost perfectly out the place, forgot my cane and all that stuff. And it's like, wow, like feeling kind of normal today. And then you're wired for 2 nights, and it's like, oh my god, I want to go to sleep, but I don't want to go to sleep because I feel so good for a couple days that I just want to take advantage of it. So I always did. But some of the infusions didn't give me that. It was a lot less than those first couple, but those first couple were, yeah. And it sucks because they're infusions, but I enjoyed the after effect. Say that. Uh, feeling like you can actually move and do things without severe pain. And it was just so nice those first couple nights. And then things start going back to normal. But if you're selecting a new one and stuff, you gotta research whether it's relapsing remitting MS, related drugs, ones for secondary progressive MS, primary progressive MS, just nervous system damage, CNS, whatever you're dealing with. They have a couple other versions now, but I don't acknowledge them or try and remember the names. If I can, and I pop them out. But honestly, let's just stick with CNS, RRMS, SPMS, and PPMS. We don't need extra. We need cures. There's less. We don't need more. Uh, but it's like some good questions to take into consideration when choosing. What are your goals? What are you looking for? What kind of problems you're having? What kind of things you want fixed? What amount of risk are you okay taking? Because a lot of medications, I mean the PML thing and all that stuff, you gotta watch out. You could have brain aneurysm, you could get certain types of cancers, you could get, and there's lots of side effects and things you gotta take into consideration when dealing with different medications, and certain ones you gotta get tests done for like PML test and all that stuff to make sure that you're not at high risk, and gotta worry about stuff like that. What side effects you'll gladly accept if they happen, but you can't be surprised once they do happen because you chose to go with it. Uh, what is your preferred way of administering treatment? Do you want to inject yourself daily, every other day, or whatever? Once a week, depends on the medication. There's so many different types out there now. Or do you want someone else to inject you? Or do you want to go in for an infusion like once every 3 months to get a bag of goodies pumped into your veins? Uh, or do you want pill form? Uh, what you got to look at the strength of them too, depending on what level of MS you've had. If you're newly diagnosed or been there a while, it's like many newly diagnosed will probably end up with something. I was a Copaxone self injection, which the side effects were more annoying than the multiple sclerosis because every day that I injected, I'd end up with a hot, flared up area. And so I'd have to deal with that for a few days. And then you're icing and heating and doing all this shit to try and get the big welts down, the big hot air injection areas. Uh, wasn't a big fan of that. I had other side effects too with it. Did not like that. And having to do it, it's been so long, I can't remember. Did I do it 5 days a week? I inject or something like that. It just and they had I was kind of like put on Copaxone when they're just starting to separate things, where they got the new injection out that you'd only have to do every other day or something like that. And so I eventually got put on that, but at first it was a daily injection. I feel like we had like one day off, but I could be wrong. It might have just been 7 days a week, and then I'm thinking of the one day off, maybe with the every other one. How it works out with 7 days a week. I don't know. Can't remember. That was back in 2014, 2015. Then I got put on the Ocrevus, and that started out good and strong, and then all of a sudden, they the doctor filled out the wrong form. The doctor sent the forms to the wrong place, so my medication wasn't there. Uh, I at one time really pissed me off. I drove an hour to a new infusion place that we had everything set up over the phone the week before, talking to the nurse, everything was good to go. Uh, and they didn't contact me before I headed up there, but once I got up there, they the nurse is like, "There's no bag here for you." No, they have the exact same medication sitting there, but they can't use that. They got to use the one that gets sent to them from the insurance. And she's like, they never sent it yet. And I don't know where it went, if it went to the wrong place or what. So with the paper mix-ups and the infusion bag mix-ups, basically the next three infusions were all shit shows, or I'd end up having to wait an extra 2, 4, 6 weeks. And if anybody's been on infusions, they probably know about what a crap cap is. And we all, the ones that deal with it, believe that we should get our medication maybe half a month earlier or something like that, so we don't have to deal with the couple week crap gap. Um, Having to wait an extra month, 2 months. I think the one I was almost 3 months late on. And it's like, really? My body's just getting so sick again for not being on anything. And then you're not coming through for me so I can get the stuff on time. So because of all that crap, eventually my system just gave up on it, and they took me off. And that's when I mentioned to them that I've been researching DMT for a while, and I was following the whole Mavenclad event over in Europe, watching testimonials and all that with people that were trying out Mavenclad, and it just seemed so close to being so close to stem cell therapy that without having to do a month long thing of just being sick, diapering up, doing all the shit you got to do because your body's just letting go on you while they're flushing your system out. And it's just, yeah. But it basically, with it killing the T and B cells and hoping that the new ones that grow back don't attack our system like they other ones did. It's just, yeah, I really wanted to try it. And luckily I got to. First year, nothing major. I mean, same old issues and all that crap. Uh, the cells that came back the first year basically attacked me again. And then you sit there and you get, I think it's 2 weeks a year, you just got to take the pills. And then you just see what happens with your body for the next 11 and a half months. uh, to see how good it feels, if it's better, if it's worse. Uh, just, yeah, just play it by ear. And after that second year, I mean, felt in a better position, but all the regular things, of course, that secondary progressive MS already knows about, those things I have to deal with all the time, no matter what. But there was some things that just felt weren't happening as much as they used to. Just, yeah, it's I feel more mobile, but yet my gait's completely shit, so that doesn't help. The all over body pains so extreme it doesn't matter when I do move and walk and do things. I'm just in so much freaking. But I don't know how to explain it. I just felt like I mean, I'm not on anything right now. My doctor's like, no, you don't need to be on any DMT now for the next 5 years to life or whatever. I can't remember what he said, 3 years to life. He's like, just we'll play it by ear and see what happens. And it's like, I'm not in the relapsing remitting mode, so I don't get the days where my body has something extra that shuts it down or whatever. It just go with the flow and see how it goes. But yeah, what is the preferred way of administering treatment? We went over that, either needles or infusion or pills. Uh, which of the DMT options fit into your life better? It's like and you gotta look at what the side effects and also when you're taking it, how often you're taking it. I mean, are you gonna be taking your kids to a baseball game that they got to play in or something, and you got to sit up in the bench or go in the bathroom and shoot yourself up? And then, of course, some people will look at you like, "Oh, is she doing heroin?" It's like, what's going on? Why is she sticking herself with a needle? It's called life. It's like, or it's not by choice. It's not a needle we want, but we got to deal with it. But yeah, there's so many options. Just go over all of them, weigh them to you, or take them into your doctor, talk to them, tell them what you researched and thought you'd be better off trying and stuff like that. And see, there's a lot of newer treatments out there, and I know it's like some of them that I had top of my list was Tisabri, Kesimpta, Mavenclad, Ocrevus. I think those are all great medications. Uh, what stage where you're at, stuff like that. If I was newly diagnosed or early diagnosed with anything right now, I'd probably push for the yeah, it's later on, then I'd be shooting for Ocrevus. And once I broke the barrier into the stupid secondary or primary progressive, I'd definitely go for a shot at Mavenclad. Uh, but now I don't know which direction I'll be going. We're just playing it by ear. On some healthy late night snack. Things like tart cherries and tart cherry juice I used to drink. It's good for you. But man, all those juices have so many freaking sugars. You can't buy one that's decent. But it's great for helping you sleep better. 8 ounces or a quarter cup of dried tart cherries has less than 160 calories. But the juice has a ton of sugar in it. The ones that banana with almond butter. And I'm not big on having peanut butter with my bananas and stuff. I just like them both separate. It can help increase your melatonin levels. We're not looking at food to sleep. Well, yeah, they're late night snacks, so they're all kind of got that sleepy time things in them. Kiwis are rich in vitamin C. Two of them peeled have only 84 calories. They're also a natural source of serotonin, which promotes relaxation, helps curb appetite. Protein smoothie. I know I'm always iffy on smoothies because depending on what you put in them, they end up being higher in sugars also than you expect. Goji berries are they promote good sleep. Uh, 5 tablespoon serving has 98 calories, so that's not bad. Crackers and cheese, huh? The combo of protein from cheese and carbs from crackers supports steady blood sugar levels and the production of sleep-supporting brain chemicals. What's more, 4 crackers and 1 stick of reduced fat cheese have only about 150 calories. I like the cheese. Late night with my crackers. Used to always have crackers and summer sausage if it was there, and cheese spread late at night after being out partying. Hot cereals. I mean, just look at them. Make sure they're real oats and all that stuff, and you're not dealing with sugars. Same with trail mix. I mean, be picky on the types that you get. Make sure they're a better quality one, and have things like walnuts and cranberries in them, other than just the crappier nuts and sugary snack things. Yogurt is always a good source of protein, which can curb hunger. Uh, Also rich in calcium, and has been linked to better sleep, but you want to use non-fat Greek yogurt, and that's lower calorie, healthier, not full of added sugars. And you can always put a few goji berries on it or something. Banana slices, I don't know, banana slices would be does it. A whole grain wrap. I don't know if I want a big old wrap at the end of the night. Uh, just add some nutritious toppings or fillings, such as hummus and leftover chicken breast, and enjoy. Just give me my hummus with my pita crackers. Uh, Pumpkin seeds. Yeah, I can see those. Low calorie, just snacks. Edamame. It's got tryptophan, so that'll help you sleep. You can buy them fresh, frozen, or dry roasted. A half cup of fresh edamame has 94 calories, while a quarter cup of dry roasting has 130. So yeah, the fresh is always better for you. Eggs, and good source of protein, curb your hunger. Uh, Strawberries and brie. That sounds good. I could see munching on that. But yeah, bunch of options for some late night snack attacking. That items that we can munch on that are a little bit healthier for late at night. Uh, this place wants information about me. If I want to look at the site, I want you to just quit putting pop-ups up, and maybe I'll look at your site. Let's see. People with multiple sclerosis often experience poor blood circulation, which can make it harder for blood, oxygen, and nutrients to move through the body. Some symptoms can be cold lower legs or feet, shiny skin or color changes, pain in your calf when you walk or in the arms when using them, lower nail growth or healing of wounds. Uh, And you always gotta worry about things like diabetes, varicose veins, sedentary lifestyle due to MS, causing bad blood circulation. Uh, some modulator medications include fingolimod, which is Gilenya, ozanimod, which is Poza, ponesimod, which is Ponbury, and siponimod, which is Mazent. just talk to your team, go over it with them, see what your doctors think. They can look you over and kind of see if you're dealing with. Uh, can't even think of the name of the thing where calves and ankles can puff up and harden and all that. Lymph, lymph node, the lymph fluid going through our bodies and stuff isn't circulating enough, so things like that happen. Basically, our lower half of our body is probably way worse than our upper half when it comes to being sedentary. So definitely got to take into consideration about blood circulation. Uh, just watch anything new that happens or weird that pops up. Let your doctors know. Talk to them about it. Thankfully, it's been a long time since I had a UTI. I think the new bladder medication has helped out, but I'm not happy with it because I feel like Austin Powers when he gets out of the cryo chamber and he goes to pee because I'm just standing there and it just keeps coming, but it's coming out slower than normal. So I gotta stay in there forever, and when it's in the middle of the night and stuff, you're kind of like nodding off. And then my knee bones lock up, and then I gotta try and move my leg while I'm peeing. Just yeah, or my leg jerks because of the pain. Some treatments that you can do at home. These are all things you can look up. I'm not going to go through them all really deep. Uh, Garden of Life vitamin C spray, uh, Spring Valley cranberry extract capsules, Biocult Procyon or Procyon, CYAN, probiotic. The other two are the best vitamin C spray and the best cranberry supplement. The best hygiene product is always feminine wipes. Best garlic supplement is Nature's Bounty garlic extract. I hear a lot of good things about Nature's Bounty. I do buy Nature's Bounty when I have access to it. Best Demanos supplement is Horbach Demanos capsules. Uh, Best telehealth for quick treatment is Nurx UTI antibiotics. And best telehealth for holistic UTI care is WISP UTI antibiotics online. So you can look into those. Uh, if they interest you at all. I picked up a cranberry supplement that also has a probiotic in it, so I can knock them out all together. Okay, those are all just re-showing what we just talked about, the different those again. But yeah, I figure why not start doing combination pills for some things so I can take less pills. Uh, all right, some home remedies that can help treat a variety of things such as colds, inflammation, and pain. Uh, they're not always supported by research, so it's always a test. Try it out, see if your body approves or doesn't approve if you're going to mess with anything natural for issues. But obviously, turmeric is good for inflammation, pain, and stuff like that. Uh, it's just how you take it. And they have a thing about a cup per day of consuming half to 1.5 teaspoon of turmeric per day should start providing noticeable benefits after 4 to 8 weeks. But I can't. I gotta do it pill form. It's too strong. Chili peppers are good for pain and soreness, and the is it the capsaicin in them or whatever? I could see affecting it, but then you also got to watch out that you don't get heartburn related issues because some heartburn related issues could feel like a heart attack, so it could put you in the emergency room, and then you're spending money for no reason because it's just related items. You can use ginger for pain and nausea. I use it for nausea, but I never thought about using it for pain. They have a ginger tea recipe here where you grate half an inch of raw ginger, boil 2 cups of water, and pour over the ginger. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Add juice from a lemon and add some honey or guava nectar for taste. Like I mentioned, I think last week was I use my ginger or whatever type of root vegetable, and then I'll skin it and chop it into smaller pieces and throw it in the freezer. Otherwise, it molds once I start cutting into it. Shiitake mushrooms are good for us. Uh, and bone broth is that another good thing. So you can throw some shiitake mushrooms right into some bone broth, and you got yourself a nice, healthy antioxidant and anti-inflammatory soup type thing. That's a good option. Eucalyptus oil for pain relief. Uh, it's been shown to relieve body pains even after inhalation. So there we go. Lavender for migraine and anxiety. And a lot of these things you can sit there and if you get the aromatherapy style forms, put a half a dozen drops on your air filter in your house if your heater's running and stuff like that. And then just slide your air filter back into its slot. And when the heater kicks in, it'll help aromatherapy throughout the house. So that's always nice. Uh, but be careful because while lavender is a powerful plant, it can come with side effects. Directly applying essential oil without diluting it may irritate the skin or potentially affect hormone levels. Always diffuse and dilute essential oils before use. And you can just pick up, oh shit, uh, research it, but it's a basic oil base that you just add that to your infusion stuff, and that can break it down, dilute it. But yeah, be very careful. I accidentally one time had a toothache. Wife brought home clove oil, and I stupidly didn't think about it, but it was just direct clove oil, and I put it in my mouth. And holy shit, did that burn! It was painful, and I could not get that out of my taste buds for a while. It just, oh, that was nasty. And probably very dangerous. Mint is good for muscle pain and digestion, of course. Don't remember ever hearing that for muscle pain. Fenugreek is good for breastfeeding. The fenugreek seeds are often used in cooking in the Mediterranean and Asia, but this spice, which is similar to cloves, has several medicinal uses. It can help with milk production for breastfeeding, water soluble fiber, found to lower blood sugars, so good for the diabetics. Magnesium rich foods, of course, are good for us. Magnesium's a thing that our bodies can usually use with MS. Lentils, beans, chickpeas, and peas. Tofu, whole grains, fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and halibut, bananas. All worthwhile to get you your magnesium intake. But yeah, be careful how you use home remedies and make sure you research them and use them correctly. Don't just take something because you heard the name and then all of a sudden you got side effects. For the diabetics out there, some healthy pasta ideas. I mean, I wouldn't think pasta would be super healthy, but they got some vegetable based pastas and stuff out there now that hold up, don't fall apart. Chickpea pastas and things. Yeah, just look into them. There's a lot of great ones on the store shelves now. Just test them out for yourself. And yeah, it's like the old days. I'd pick them up and they just long they start to evaporate, disappear. Uh, let's see, what do they got? They got a chicken pasta and spinach soup. That one sounds good. I mean, if you just type these names in, you'll there's so many recipes out there nowadays. Chickpea pasta with garlicky roasted vegetables. That sounds really good. Cold pasta salad. Yeah, it's nice to munch on cold salads once in a while. Slow cooker minestrone soup. I was never really big on minestrone soup. A whole grain pasta with Brussels sprouts and walnut vinaigrette. I didn't know they had walnut vinaigrette. You have to look into that. Some healthy pasta tips are always choose whole grain types of pasta. Watch the portion size, stick to a quarter plate or half cup of cooked pasta. Add a lean protein such as meat, poultry, fish, or beans to help balance your blood sugar. Avoid adding high sugar or high fat sauces and dressings. Add vegetables to a pasta dish or serve with a side of extra vegetables, such as salad greens, broccoli, or mixed vegetables. I love cooked big chunks of broccoli. I don't know why, but yeah, I could eat those all. I love it when you go to a steakhouse or something and they give you really huge broccoli chunks. Just nicely cooked and seasoned. A little bit of olive oil or something on them. Choose tomato based sauces over rich and creamy dairy based sauces if managing weight. Check tomato based sauces for added sugars. If choosing to add cheese, stick to low fat types and smaller portions. Use nutritional yeast as a low fat alternative to cheese to sprinkle on your pasta or add to sauces. And I know this is diabetes friendly talk, but a lot of us, with being less mobile and all that, there's a good possibility that a lot of people do turn into diabetics also while dealing with their MS. I could be wrong, but I know some. Uh, some pasta alternatives are wheat pasta, lentil pasta, buckwheat pasta, chickpea pasta, and pea pasta. There's other ones out there too. Here we go. Got zucchini, carrot, spaghetti squash, butternut squash, and cucumber. You can make the zoodles, the noodles that are made from vegetables. Uh, and some other versions of things you can add some good protein to or whatever, and some sauce or whatever. Brown rice, buckwheat grains, pancakes or dumplings, chickpea pancakes or tortillas, cauliflower rice, barley, sweet potatoes, and lentil dal. Yeah, and it just goes over different cooking styles and all that. Let's see here. Yeah, two more tabs to check out. These are chair workouts to boost energy, flexibility, and posture from your seat, which getting started on physical exercising or something like that is great to start out with bed exercises, chair exercises, whatever, until you get a little bit more flexible. Because it can be very hard to get on the ground and try and get back up with that when every cell in your body hurts or something starts to give out on you. But they suggest things like chair squats. And these, again, you can just look up the name and you'll find out how to do them. Seated leg extensions. I mean, you can imagine most of them just by the name, how they work. Just sticking your legs out and back and forth. The seated march. I mean, a lot of these that they're mentioning here when I go to visit mom at the stupid old folks home where she doesn't belong. She should be with me. But my other four siblings disagree and feel it's better to pay people that don't take care of her $7,000 a month than to sit there and have her at home where she belongs with her loved ones. Sit to stands. And a lot of these are physical therapy things that they're going to start you out with, anyways. Heel slides, but a lot of these, not to sit to stand because a lot of the ladies are in wheelchairs and stuff, but a lot of these exercises, when I go to visit her, I go during the playtime and the workout time so that way I can work out with them. And the sad thing is, there's a couple workouts I can't do that they can do, and I'm watching these old ladies do this and just put me to shame. But yeah, can't bring my leg up to certain positions and stuff like that. Bone on bone knees and all that crap. Seated calf raises, yeah, I do those. Modified planks. I mean, you're sitting on the edge of a sturdy chair. You're placing your hands on the chair seat, fingers pointed forward, and extend your legs straight out in front of you. Engage your core muscles. Okay, I see what they're doing. And by drawing your belly button towards your spine and maintaining a stable position, keep your body in a straight line from head to heels, avoiding any sagging or excessive arching in the lower back, and then hold the position for a set duration like 30 seconds, or start with 15 seconds or whatever. Gradually build yourself up, but never take it to the point of pain. Always keep it where you're getting a little new movement or work, so your joints are starting to loosen up the more and more you do certain things. But you also don't want to overexert it because then you're laid up for a couple weeks and you got to start from the beginning. Tummy twist. And a lot of these, if you put the name of the exercise in, just put chair exercise also with it. And so you don't get a standing tummy twist type exercise or something like that. Seated shoulder press. There's a seated front shoulder raises. It's like we did all those things. And did the arms, moving the arms around and spinning and just all kinds of different things they do. Fun. Fun to sit with the old people and do things so they can pick on me. Seated chest press, modified push-ups, seated back bend. So, but yeah, there's lots of benefits to chair exercises. Improving your strengths, muscle tone, your flexibility, mobility, elevate your heart rate, and gives you a little cardiovascular workout, improves posture and spinal alignment, which a lot of people in the homes, they're curled. And yeah, you can totally see it. Increasing energy levels, stimulates circulation, provides low impact physical activity, relieves stress, and helps mental well being, improves balance and coordination, adds variety and fun to your exercise routine. So check those out. And then one last thing is blue light. Now, well, this was last year, beginning of last year that they announced this, but now blue light may not affect our sleep-wake cycle, according to the study. Blue light from the sun is vital in regulating a person's sleep-wake cycle. New research suggests that blue light does not affect a person's internal clock. Findings further our understanding of the effects of light on sleep quality and duration. Previous studies have shown that blue light from devices can damage the eyes and negatively impact sleep, but now they say differently. So it's like apparently, okay, they did a thing with blue light and yellow light. Uh, mo- the most striking changes in brightness and light color, as in changes from orange to bluish or vice versa, occur around sunset, rise, and sunset, making the beginning and end of day, or marking the beginning and the end of day. Uh, Changes along the blue-yellow dimension may be relevant for the internal biological clock. But yeah, variation in light color does not affect circadian rhythm. Like, make up your mind. Next year you'll say it will again. Uh, our master clock screwed up from the stupid time change. Uh, can blue light glasses prevent damage to eyes? They can filter out blue light and help, but you need the blue light. I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. It's just another one of those stupid things they send me that catch you at the headline, and then you're like, oh, they're still researching it. It's like, well, then I don't give a shit. It's like, so you have absolute 100% proof, and I don't want to talk to you about it. But I gotta get going. I got a show in a few hours, a sale that I gotta run, so you get that set up. Try and get rid of some more comics. Make a few pennies so I can pay for my medications and shit. Uh, but yeah, that's it for today. Kick the shit out of the monster. Be good to yourself. Be good to everybody else. Keep following Under the Cull of MS. Rate, review, subscribe. Tell a friend. Give us those likes. Leave a comment. I'll comment back. And we'll talk to you again soon. See, it didn't take him long. I'm getting ready to get up. And he's like, oh, I'm ready to lay back down. I just had a snack. Talking about you. But take care, everyone. And we will be back with another one of these next week, hopefully. Bye.